Well, good day. As you know, I have invited anyone that has any questions or comments to please send them to me at don@donsmith.com. And today's word is to answer a couple questions that I've received, so I wanted to respond accordingly. The question was, do we have a choice on whether we go to heaven or hell? And the answer is absolutely. Today's word comes from Romans 8:29, and it says, "For whom the Lord did foreknow, he also predestined to be conformed to the image of his Son." My observation is this: there have been many arguments whether God has chosen some to go to heaven and some to go to hell. I submit that that's a lie of the devil. I do believe in predestination and that the Bible talks about predestination, but it's very important to know what, why, and who are those that have been included. Please notice the words and the order of the words in this verse: foreknow and predestinated. The best example I know of this is that my wife and I decided to make a trip to Los Angeles. We looked it up in Southwest flight number 3723, was predestined to leave Nashville at 6:20 and arrive in Los Angeles at 9:45. Before we booked that flight, we had no idea who was going to be on the plane. And the reason I use this analogy is that those who scheduled the flight, they also had no idea who would be on the flight except for the pilot. I want to use one more example because of the importance of this topic. There was a movie called The Sixth Sense starring Bruce Willis and a young boy named Darren. And Darren made a statement early in the movie that "I see dead people." Now the movie starts off with Bruce Willis being shot. And then the next thing you know, he's laying on his bed at home, and his wife is standing over him, just saying, "Hey, everything's going to be okay. It's going to be great." Now here is what's very interesting. I had already read the book, so I knew the story. I knew the end of the story, but my wife hadn't, and she wanted to see the movie. So we went to the movie. Now I knew that Bruce Willis had died, and that the film where it started with him laying on the bed and his wife there, from there towards the end of the movie was all just her imagination. Now I could have told my wife at the beginning, "Hey, by the way, he's dead. That's just the way it is." My question is, did I predestinate that Bruce Willis had died? Or could I tell her that because of my foreknowledge, because I had already read the book? And I submit it was because of my foreknowledge. Here's my response. When you look at today's word, and as well as the other verses on predestination, remember it's because of God's foreknowledge that he can predestinate. And I submit it's not who will go, but how and why. Like the Southwest flight that I used as an example, it was predestined to go to Los Angeles. We weren't until we bought the tickets and we boarded that plane. And then we were going to Los Angeles. Even if we decided we didn't believe in airplanes, that didn't really much matter. Or we said we don't want to go to Los Angeles. At that point, it was too late. We're going to Los Angeles. Now, maybe once we got there and we wanted to go somewhere else, that would have been, a separate choice. So, my dialogue is this: Lord and my best friend and my pilot, thank you that not only have you provided the tickets, but you went ahead and you even paid for them. And all my wife and I had to do, and others, is just pick up those tickets. And it's in your name I pray, and we'll talk again soon and often. And I'll be listening until we talk face to face. Your turn. My takeaway is this. Have you picked up your tickets yet? And if not, you can. If you'll go to www.caniknow.net, you can find out not only where, but how that you can pick up a ticket and join our flight. You have a blessed day, and we'll talk again soon.